Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So getting right into it, I will be showing you how I created this very beautiful press-on set. So I did go ahead and prep my nails off camera and apply them to my nail tip stand. So for the acrylic, I will be using Perfect Nude. This is from our Nude Necessities collection on KAIROSE Nail Supply. We are currently having our Black Friday sale that saves you 45% on your purchases. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out the link down below in the description box. So I did start off with a medium-sized bead of acrylic powder and applied it kind of below the cuticle area, and this is going to help start building the structure for the free edge and the top portion of the nail. I do have an in-depth tutorial on how to do acrylic press-ons. If you're interested in that, it is in the beginners playlist or my press-on playlist as well. So I probably will just let you guys watch the application play out just because it's super simple, and honestly I don't want to talk that much throughout it. So I will come back in once it's time to shape and file the nails. So this is what the application is looking like once the acrylic is completely dried. So to get into the filing, I am just using a 100 by 100 grit hand file and shaping up the sidewalls to make sure that it's nice and crisp. I like to also file underneath the nail to kind of get any acrylic that might have spilled over when doing the application. And then here I'm just filing over the entire surface to smooth that out. You can use a e-file for this step if you want to, but I just prefer to use a hand file. I just feel like I have more control over that, and it just smooths everything out perfectly. Next, I'm just going in with my E-file and a fine 501 drill bit and going underneath the free edge area just to kind of thin it out from that previous portion we just filed. I feel like filing the free edge kind of thickens it up a bit, and I kind of want a nice thinness to it, if that makes sense. Not super thin, but not super thick. And I do like to go back in with my hand file just to crispen up the shape to make sure everything is nice and straight, because that drill bit kind of does mess up the free edge just a little bit when doing that. So I do like to just go back in quickly with my hand file to shape that up and make sure everything's straight. And then here I'm just going in with my buffer to buff over the entire surface, because we will be doing some nail art and I do want the surface smooth just for that. And then lastly, I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and wiping off the dust from the nail so that way it does not contaminate our gel polish when we do go in with our nail art. So this is what the nails are looking like after they've been shaped and filed. I feel like everything just looks so perfect. The structure is nice, the shape is nice, and everything like that. So let's get into what we need for the nail art. I will be using this red gel polish called Wildfire from Blue Sky. It's a very beautiful red. I highly recommend checking out their gel polishes. I will also be using some blooming gel, a dotting tool, and some of these like gold caviar beads and the flowers here. This is what the inspo is that we are going for today. I do want to switch the colors up a little bit. I know the inspo picture shows it's brown, but I did want to do red, so that is what we are doing today. I'm not typically a red type of person, but for some reason I've been wanting to do some red nails, so that is why we are doing that color for today. So for the pinky and the thumbnail, I will be taking that red gel polish and painting 2 layers on top of the nails. So this first layer here I am doing very thinly, and then I do like to wipe down the sidewalls and cure for 30 seconds, and then I do like to go back in with another layer, which you will see later on. So for the middle nail, we will be doing that blooming gel type of flower design. So I'm painting on a very thin layer of the blooming gel from Beetles, and then I will be taking my dotting tool and kind of creating the flower petals for the like flower, letting it bloom out for a bit, and then I do cure that for 30 seconds while I move on to the other nails. So off camera I did do this nail like just trying to do this design because I feel like it was kind of hard to do. Like this was my first time doing this specific type of design. So here I'm just taking my 18mm liner brush and kind of lining up the nails so I kind of have them lined up perfectly. And then I am just marking the lines there, and then I will be starting to kind of create everything, if that makes sense. I am doing like this little portion here at the free edge, and then I do the smile line for the French tip, and then after that I will go ahead and start infilling everything. Here I just feel like that middle section was a bit thicker than the previous nail, so I am going in with my little cleanup brush here and kind of wiping that smile line and just going in and fixing everything up to kind of make everything more even and not so thick in that center, if that makes sense. And then once I am done, I do go ahead and cure for 30 seconds in the nail light while I finish up the design on the rest of the nails. So to finish up everything, I am just taking my McCart rhinestone nail glue and applying a very little bit into like the middle section of that like smile line and the other portion of that nail art. I am applying some of those gold caviar beads. At first I was going to do 2 of them, but then I figured I'd do 3. Not only that, the inspo picture had bigger ones and I don't have any type of bigger caviar beads, so I had to work with this, and that is why I decided to add 3 just to give it a bit more detail and not have so much space, if that makes sense. And then I am curing that for like about 15 seconds while I move on and do the rest of the like caviar beads. So here I'm just applying a bunch of them into the center of the flower just to give it more design. And then again on that ring nail, I will be doing the same exact thing as I did on the index nail, making sure to cure for about 15 seconds in between each nail. This is what the nail set is looking like once all the nail art is completely finished. I feel like the set just looks so beautiful in red, and obviously looks beautiful in brown as well. So getting into finishing up the nail set, I am just taking my classic diamond gel top coat from KAIROSE Nail Supply and applying a very thin layer on top of all the nails. And then I do like to make sure to wipe down the sidewall using the brush from the bottle, and then I do go ahead and cure for 60 seconds in the nail light. Comment down below what videos you want to see next, but that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!